Welcome to Pride Reviews, folks. Our hot brat summer is almost over, but that's okay because the queer TV and movies headed to our screens and the big screen. This month we'll have you cozied up at home like it's fall already. Anyway, here are the LGBTQ inclusive television and movies you don't want to miss this August. But first, if you're new to our channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified about our latest contents.
When small-town wrestling star Lee Fletcher IV develops a crush on his openly gay classmate, Kyle, he begins to be stalked by a mysterious and grotesque creature that increasingly invades his thoughts and inhabits the closet in his room. Lee tries to navigate his feelings while struggling with intense familial pressure to live up to an impossible standard set by his legacy-obsessed family in the rural South. You can watch this on Kino and VOD. In Season 2 of Unstable, universally admired, eccentric, narcissist-adjacent biotech entrepreneur Ellis Dragon, Rob Lowe, lays out a series of challenges and mind games for his son Jackson, John Owen Lowe, to see if he has what it takes to succeed him as the heir to the Dragon Empire. But does a newcomer have other ideas? This is currently streaming on Netflix. In the horror thriller, All My Friends Are Dead, a group of college friends rent an Airbnb for the biggest music festival of the year. A weekend of partying quickly takes a turn as the group is murdered one by one, according to their sin. This will be available in theaters and on VOD. A theater group escapes the reality of incarceration through the creativity of staging a play, with a cast that includes actors who have been incarcerated. Starring Coleman Domingo. Imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit, Divine G finds purpose by acting in a theater group alongside other incarcerated men, including a wary newcomer. A lovely score. Sensitive direction and humane writing. A heartfelt story of rehabilitation through art and community. Sing Sing is a powerful and realistic portrayal of what it means to live in a prison and how art changes lives. This film is playing in theaters. Finally, this international co-production film written and directed by Miko Michaela, Sebastian, is playing in theaters now. Max, a 25-year-old aspiring writer living in London, begins a double life as a male hooker in order to research his debut novel. Sebastian, secretly meeting men via an escorting platform and using his experiences to fuel his stories. What begins as a few furtive meetings soon becomes a hidden nocturnal life, and the debut novel that he has been longing to write finally seems within reach. Finding himself more comfortable as Sebastian than expected, yet determined to keep his exploits a secret, Max increasingly struggles to remain in control of a delicately balanced double life. As he confronts conflicting feelings of ecstasy, shame, and exhilarating liberation, Max has to reckon with whether Sebastian is merely a writer's tool to achieve first-hand authenticity, or whether something more is at stake. Reluctantly, 17-year-old Gretchen leaves her American home to live with her father, who has just moved into a resort in the German Alps with his new family. Arriving at their future residence, they are greeted by Mr. Koenig, her father's boss, who takes an inexplicable interest in Gretchen's mute half-sister Alma. Something doesn't seem right in this tranquil vacation paradise. Gretchen is plagued by strange noises and bloody visions until she discovers a shocking secret that also concerns her own family. This will be available in theaters. Turan, 1938. Young Ginia has just left the countryside with her brother in search of a new life in the city. Though Turan lies in the shadow of a rising fascistic government and her brother yearns to return home, Ginia is more optimistic about the future. In a short time, she excels in her works as a seamstress at an atelier, gaining new clients with her designs and impressing her otherwise irascible employer. Restless and seeking adventure, Ginia soon finds it in a beautiful, enigmatic young woman named Amelia. Though similar in age, her new friend's sensuality and confidence among the bohemian artists she socializes with embolden Ginia to begin modeling for the male painters in her circle. A whirlwind affair ensues, and the young seamstress finds herself swept up in this new and unfamiliar world, all the while never escaping Amelia's spell. The young women grow closer, and Ginia makes an emotional journey towards self-discovery over the course of one beautiful, sun-dappled summer. Watch this on VOD. In Season 3 industry, as Pierpoint looks to the future and takes a big bet on ethical investing, Yasmin, Robert, and Eric find themselves front and center in the splashy IPO of Lumi, a green tech energy company. Since leaving Pierpoint, Harper is eager to get back into the addictive thrill of finance and finds an unlikely partner in Future Dawn portfolio manager Petra Koenig. This will be streaming on Max. Emily in Paris, starring Lily Collins, is one of Netflix's most popular originals, and it finally has a sapphic couple. Can you believe it? You win some, you lose some, and while Netflix isn't the poster child for getting lesbian inclusivity correct, Emily in Paris actually does a decent job of it. This is because Camille's relationship does not seem forced, it does not get over-sexualized, and it seems like the normal progression of her character rather than the tokenization of her sexuality. However, after the ending of the season, it seems as though Camille may not be back for the next one, which makes her sapphic relationship seem a little written out. This show is streaming on Netflix. Elite creator Carlos Montero shares first images of new Netflix medical drama, Breathless. Since the global success of Elite, Montero has shifted his focus to older audiences with other Netflix originals, including The Mess You Leave Behind and In Love All Over Again. Starring actor Manu Rios plays a bisexual character in Breathless. I think he had great chemistry with his female co-star, but he's even hotter with men. Joaquin Serrala is much more than a public hospital in Valencia where lives are saved on a daily basis. Doctors and residents work hard in the frenetic pace of the emergency room, where tensions, emotions, and even desire accelerate the hearts of a staff who live increasingly on the edge. The arrival of a distinguished patient highlights the complicated situation of the public health system, lighting the fuse for what is to become an unprecedented and drastic strike. This will stream on Netflix. The Exorcism of St Patrick. A pastor takes a young gay teen to a cabin to perform conversion therapy. When the pastor goes too far, bullying the kid into suicide, the ghost of his victim returns to plague the pastor and avenge the deaths of so many other ghosts like him. Watch this on VOD. "2024 will see The Umbrella Academy Season 4, based on the graphic novel series by My Chemical Romance frontman Gerard Way. Season 3 saw a big character change in Victor, who came out as transgender alongside actor Elliot Page's transition off-screen. While in the source material, the character was portrayed as a cisgender female, all of the Umbrella Academy children had a fluidity to them, which makes a lot of sense considering their backstories. Season 3 also ended on a huge cliffhanger, which saw a new timeline introduced and the siblings losing their powers, which means the show's final season is sure to be rife with drama. In Season 4 of Only Murders in the Building, Charles, Oliver, and Mabel wrestle with the shocking events at the end of Season 3 surrounding Charles's stunt double and friend Saz Pataki, questioning whether Saz or Charles was the intended victim. Our trio's investigation ISADs them all the way to Los Angeles, where a Hollywood studio is readying a film about the Only Murders podcast. As our amateur sleuths race back to New York, they embark on an even more spy journey, traversing their building's courtyard to delve into the twisted lives of the Arconia's West Tower residents. The two are briefly happy together and seem like a pretty happy couple until Mabel finds Alice recreating Bunny's murder for her art. Mabel accuses Alice of only wanting to get close to her because of the murder. Although their relationship is brief, it makes it pretty clear that Mabel is indeed bisexual. This show is streaming on Hulu.
If you want more videos like this, then check out these 2 videos, or you can check the description links and don't forget to subscribe Pride Reviews for more new weekly updates.